The man, who had been imprisoned, watched as his master and lover was humiliated by humans and publicly executed, even beheaded after death and displayed to the crowd. This filled Jack with a deep hatred for humans. 10 years of imprisonment had made his life unbearable, but today, he finally broke free from his chains, vowing to slaughter all humans and avenge Roy. Long ago, God created both humans and witches. Although witches protected humans, as technology advanced, humans began to fear the power of witches, deciding to exterminate the witch clan. Jack, though human, escaped with Roy, the witch. Roy often cheered him up with humor, but Jack couldn't understand how Roy could remain so optimistic. However, during a border clash, they were found by pursuers. Although the enemies were armed with modern weapons, Jack wasn't afraid, but Roy stopped him from fighting, citing their immature magic. Yet the king didn't halt the chase, having a more sinister plan. After Roy wiped out the pursuers, their location was exposed. As Jack complained, they were teleported into the air, a human-made time-space teleportation device. Meanwhile, the king began his speech, blaming all crimes on the witches, inciting humans to massacre the very witches who once protected them. Amid the crowd's fervor, Jack and Roy were teleported to the Imperial Square. Seeing the king, Jack realized his dire situation, and decided to buy time for Roy. However, before he could cast any magic, he was suppressed by the soldiers. Roy tried to use magic to threaten the king, but in the next second, Roy's magic failed. It turned out the king had prepared a countermeasure, inventing a device that neutralized magic. Roy became a laughingstock in the eyes of humans, with the most pitiful moment of his life filmed on mobile phones. Jack fought with all his might, but was still powerless to resist. The king ordered Jack's immediate execution. Roy knelt in despair, taking all the blame upon himself, even claiming Jack was just his slave. Roy abandoned all dignity, willing to sacrifice everything for Jack. Jack, summoning every ounce of strength, wrote a spell, hoping for a miracle. However, the king coldly drew his gun, and with the sound of gunfire, Roy fell before Jack's eyes. Not satisfied with this, the king ordered the soldiers to attack Roy's lifeless body, and amidst the crowd's cheers, Jack was consumed by utter despair. Without humans, they might have lived better. Having lost everything, Jack's hatred for humanity reached its peak.